Yes.
Survivor 50 is here.
Yes.
All right, Probst is also out with the new book, Survivor, Forged by Fire, celebrating the last 25 years of the series. You can scan the QR code on your screen to get a copy. And, of course, we have Jeff Probst in the building.
That was a good setup. I like it.
Well, thank
you
you,
all
man.
looked good with the buffs.
And
Well,
how about the set?
The set's amazing.
Crew did such a good job with
Yeah.
it.
CBS Mornings, honestly,
good
every
job.
time I come here, you have something new, but it's always impressive.
Of course, man. When you show up, we go
outdid
all out.
themselves.
Just like the Survivors. All right, so you said that there's something a little bit different. Like you had a different feeling about Survivor 50. How so?
It's weird, Nate. You can't really explain it, but when I was first, like the clip you just saw was the first moments we were all together, and there was just this feeling of history of 25 years, but there was also this feeling of you could tell they were ready, literally ready to assassinate each other in the best way. Like,
of course.
This is a big game.
Assassinate in the best way. I feel like I need to take this off and muzzle my mouth because Jeff will kill me because I've seen a couple
Gayle,
of
be
things.
careful.
I am. I'm not going to give anything away.
No spoilers.
But no spoilers, I promise. But can I just talk about Jeff's book for
The book is awesome.
Because I love this picture of you, Jeff.
That's the first official
love this
photo I ever had taken.
But you said 25 years feels like it just happened. I knew my life would change, but I didn't know how. And you said you even went to therapy before you started the show.
Yeah.
Not because you thought you needed it for yourself, but why?
Both are true. I was seeing this woman, Sanda, and she was awesome for myself. And then I got the gig, and I called Sanda, and I said, can we talk about group dynamics, and can you kind of teach me about what happens when a group of people might be living together or in crisis? And for a couple of weeks, and I would just take notes on what to expect.
That's so proactive of you,
I know, I like that. But in the episode I saw, they use words like bloodbath, high school meets massacre. I mean, these guys are hardcore who are playing this time. The best of the best.
What's fun about Survivor now is that it is a game. And it's a vicious game. But what is fun about it is those are the rules.
Yeah.
For me to tell Nate, I swear to you, I am with you till the end, and then say to Nora, I think he bought it.
Yeah.
We take him out tonight. That's the game. So how clever are you at reading a room and manipulating and maneuvering?
Yeah.
Jeff, I don't think there's a stronger fan base of any show on television than Survivor.
You're right.
I mean, you know that. And so I think one of the great elements is how you're involving fans more.
Yeah, well, this was fun this season because what happens to me is on the street all the time. Hey, Probst, you know what you should do? You know what you should never do again? So for 50, we said, okay, you seem to know what you want. And we let them basically vote on whatever kind of game they wanted. But the impact on the player was they now have zero idea. You can't just look at season 49, our last season, and say, well, it'll probably be something like that.
Yes.
It could be anything.
It could be anything.
And that freed them up to really go for it.
Well, I know I'm not a spoiler alert because I want to talk about Mike White because I'm a big White Lotus fan. And Mike White has always struck me as a little bit of a nerdy guy. But you see him on the show, he's got abs.
Oh,
Mike White has
ripped.
abs. His shirt is off, he's got abs.
When he takes his shirt off, everybody in his tribe goes, what is happening?
But with all that he has going on, why do you think he wanted to do the show?
He says, I mean, he jokingly says, I have FOMO and I don't want to miss out. But in the first episode, he does talk about the ordeal of making White Lotus and how hard it is to do a big shoot like that. And he said, there's something about Survivor that reminds me I can do that. I lived in a jungle. So I think Mike he's just really interesting. He doesn't take the safe route ever with anything. He dives in.
He's interesting and so smart.
Once
I love watching him.
Yeah, once a survivor, always a survivor.
Right.
That's what it is. Getting back to Forged by Fire. You know, I didn't know that you were journaling this whole time, which is really cool.
Crazy.
What have you noticed about yourself, how you see the show and yourself in the mirror versus back then?
Ooh. Well, I have a page from the first day I got there. And I was amazed what I wrote down, which was just everything Mark told me. He said, look, it's going to be a live, unscripted
Mark Burnett,
show.
yes.
Mark Burnett. It's going to be improv. I'm going to trust you completely. And part of my notes were, oh, my gosh, this is exciting. And, oh, my gosh, this is kind of scary. Yeah, but looking back on that, Nate, what's weird is I have the same enthusiasm.
Yes,
I swear, it's not feigned. I am still into this human social experiment.
You still love it.
Very
still
much
a fan.
so.
I am still a fan.
That's great.
Exactly. You're right. I never thought of it that way. I'm still a fan.
And he will threaten you with death if you say if you even
because
hint of
Gayle
anything.
this morning,
I was
she's
so
seen the
excited.
episode,
I was
and she
so
kept saying,
excited.
can I talk about this? No.
Yeah. You can't tell Gayle a secret, that's
At one point, he told me, shut the beep up. Okay. But the other thing, can I
And everybody else said, thank you.
But can I just say
Let's put these guys on a Survivor
Can
show.
I say something about the pictures in the book? The pictures in the book are amazing.
Yeah, they are.
We went through a million. I know we got to wrap. We went through 1 million photos to pick 1,000 never-before-seen photos, and they're super cool.
How do you think Gayle would do?
I would not do well.
No.
I don't like
Nora, I want to see
Nora,
you
you
out
would
there.
Here we go.
I would do it.
Jeff, we appreciate you.
Thanks for
so
having
much.
me.
You will.
Now, to learn more about the last 25 years of Survivor, make sure you check out the never-before-seen images. Like he said, scan the QR code on your screen to buy Jeff Probst's new book. It's amazing. And Colby Donaldson joins us right now. He is stuck in a blizzard. He was supposed to join us in studio, so we appreciate you joining us right now. What's up, Colby? How you doing?
Good morning. Nice weather you guys have here in the city for me this morning.
Welcome.
Appreciate that.
We appreciate you still joining us this morning. Now, listen, the show has been on forever. We're talking more than a couple of decades, and it's beloved around the world. But for people who haven't watched it in a while, or for some who have never seen Survivor, just break it down in layman's terms. What is Survivor?
Yeah. Well, you know, what started out as a social experiment 25 years ago has certainly evolved and turned into a full-blown case study. And everyone who signs up to play the game knows that you will be given an opportunity to illuminate your strengths. But in return, it is a game that forces you to accept and acknowledge that there are also some liabilities that you bring to the game. And as soon as you accept those two harsh realities, survival belongs to the person that can adapt the fastest. That has been the same since season 1, and it exists today still in season 50.
Colby, everybody has a different reason for why they want to play this game. What was yours back in the day?
Oh, adventure. Without question, for me as a 25-year-old, the first time I applied, it was truly the adventure of it all. But then I think you could ask everyone, not only on this cast, the 24 of us that played, but the hundreds. I think it's something around 700 people who've played the game now in 25 years. They would all tell you that we all of us, it's universal. We have a deep desire to challenge ourselves. And then there's that competition aspect. As an adult, you just don't get the opportunity to compete like you did when you were a kid. So it's so fun to go back and go toe-to-toe and head-to-head competing with the other players.
And Colby, what's fun about this season is that it is titled In the Hands of the Fans. What's different? What's your message to all the fans?
Well, look, traditionally, there have always been two types of fans, right? There are fans that sit at home, watch the show, and think to themselves, there's no way I could do that, right? I don't want to deal with the bugs, any of that stuff. Then there's a category of fans that sits at home, watches it, and leans over to their spouse and say, you know what, honey? I think I could go do that.
Well, I could win it.
Well, that's been the two types, right? And those of us who've competed certainly fall in that second category. What this season, in the hands of the fans, has shown us that there's actually a third category of players. Now, these are the ones sitting at home watching the show that like the show, but they really don't want to take off work for 5 weeks, or they can't leave their family, or they don't want to deal with the bugs or the fire. But they sure want to stick it to those of us who do. And so they get on their keyboard and they go in and reply to Probst and all the producers. And I'm telling you, they're going to make us earn it on season 50. And I think the fans watching are going to get a kick out of how the fans are intertwined throughout the season.
Yeah, and we can't wait. Colby, thank you so much, man. And hopefully when the weather lets up, you'll join us in studio. Have a good one.
Last night, Survivor returned for the premiere of its 50th season right here on CBS. And, you know, we are really into this show, as you can tell by the set. Guys, the set looks so good. It was filled with twists and turns and surprises and, of course, a tribal council. Here's a look.
First person voted out of Survivor 50, Jenna. That's 5. That's enough. Need to bring me your torch.
First in, first out.
Jenna, Charlie spoke.
Thanks, Jeff. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys. I'd say it with my teeth clenched. Good luck, guys. Jenna was not the only castaway who was eliminated, we're sorry to say. And a surprise, this was a surprise, Kyle Fraser was medically evacuated after hurting his Achilles tendon during the immunity challenge.
If this doesn't get treated immediately, then I'm done for. Your Achilles tendon, the tendon ends need to be together to heal, and you need to be wearing a special boot for that. And without that, you do risk long-term damage, which could be permanent.
But the result is, we got to pull you from the game. Your dream on 50 comes to an end way too short, and for no reason other than giving 100% effort for your group.
There's differences between
Jenna, Lewis-Dougherty and Kyle Fraser join us first on CBS Mornings. Good morning to you both. Kyle, I felt for you because we could tell you did not want to go.
Oh, no, not at all.
You've had the surgery?
Yes, I got surgery.
You're
about
okay?
a week. Yep, I'm running 3 weeks ago, so we're still recovering, but we're on the up and up.
Okay, hold that thought for just a second. Jenna, I really want to say to you, you were robbed.
I know.
I was screaming at my television, and I love when you said, good luck, guys, because after that you also said, I hope they lose every challenge. Sounds like Petty Betty to me.
Heck, yes.
But I understand. Were you surprised? I was very surprised.
I wasn't. I think I felt like I was playing from the bottom the second we landed. It felt like there were these already made connections that I didn't have. Yeah. So I did feel that. That's why I was trying really hard to get Savannah and Joe, because I felt like those were probably new era players. The people that didn't have as many connections. Like, I've been out of this game for 22 years.
Yeah. But when the elimination comes, are you mad? Did you cry? What did you do?
I didn't cry. No, I didn't. I walked out and I was like, I damned them. You know, I hexed them. I was like, lose everything. That's what I did.
What about you, Kyle? I was wondering if you cried, because we could see the pain on your face, not so much from the injury, but you did not want to give up.
Yeah, you know, it's tough because 2 weeks earlier I had won. The whole world got to see me win $1 million. And then to just tear your Achilles 2 weeks later and know that I get pulled from the game only 4 days in, it was heartbreaking. I loved playing with my tribe. I was optimistic at first, but that first night when I was in my hotel room, I mean, I cried like I hadn't cried before, and I missed out on the experiences.
Yeah.
If you look at that first episode, there was just so many cool things that happened in the game, and I was excited to experience a lot of that myself. And, you know, I've had tons of other experiences after, but it was a tough one to swallow.
Aww. Were you hiding out all this time? Because you guys finished in July, right? So you've had to carry this secret now until now. Have you been hiding all this time? What have you been doing?
So when I had to come back earlier than the whole cast. So I had to come back and get surgery immediately, because when you tear your Achilles, you can't start recovering until they actually tie it back together,
Is that
essentially.
true, Nate?
Yeah, no doubt.
Nate is the athlete.
That's a football injury right
there. It's athlete's injury, right? You know, me and Tyrese. But I had to hide basically in my apartment because I couldn't let people see me on my scooter and my boot while everyone else was still on the island. But, you know, I got tons of quality time. I just got married, so my wife...
Oh, congratulations.
He's having his first baby.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Daughter coming in May.
Oh, Gayle is a great name.
Yeah, my mom would love that.
Gayle Fraser.
My mom would love that, Gayle.
You're welcome.
So, Jenna, you were voted out for playing and scheming very, very hard, taking aim at Suri. Did you think heading into the tribal council that you were... And to me, what you were doing is how you win the game.
How you play the game.
How you play the game.
And if you're going to go out, I'll go out playing too hard as opposed to, like, rolling over and dying.
Yes.
So I was playing that hard because I did kind of feel like I was on the bottom. And I did feel like Suri and Ozzy could vote for me. But I really did feel like Joe and Savannah might really understand that they're on that bottom, too. So we did have those conversations. They just didn't listen.
I know, but weren't you surprised when they voted against you? Because I thought
No, I was surprised.
Yes.
I was
a
mistakes.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. I think that when I heard that all of the names, as soon as I saw Suri written in my name, I was like, all the rest are mine. I knew it. I knew it at my core. But I think that with only 3 days, I think they were kind of feeling on the outs, too, so they weren't sure what to do. They were just trying to stay one more day themselves. Like, I could have thrown Savannah under the bus, and I could have tried to stay 3 more days. But they were trying to do...
Maybe you should have.
Maybe I should have.
Hey, Vlad, you're a cold-blooded, brother.
Get Vlad out there.
Want to win.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Speaking of winning, Kyle, you are one of 3 previous winners. And we saw in that premiere episode, Dee and Savannah, they already had targets on their back. So, you know, in football terms, when you win the Super Bowl, that next season, every single team is gunning for you.
Yes.
There are no days off. Did you feel that type of energy? And then how does that approach the way you play Survivor?
Yeah, I mean, just like sports, I felt that target. I saw it when I was out there immediately, but I was like, okay, I have to go back to my fundamentals. I won my season by building relationships, playing with people, getting to know them first, because I said in the show, it's not chess, it's literally people. So you have to build a relationship first before you can play the game. So I was like, I'm going to go back out there. I'm going to do exactly what I know how to do, which is get to know people. And then if they like me, we can play the game together. And that's how I was able to navigate. And I think it was working out for me while I was out there because, there were so many things to learn about my other tribe mates. We were such an eclectic group, but we got along, and I think that I was at the heart of that, so I'm proud of that.
In your experiences, I'm curious, is it better to genuinely build a relationship or to play the person that way you can pivot at any time?
I think you have to do both.
You have to do both. But what tends to work better, though, especially
Nate's like,
comes down to
ready.
Because
he's ready to join the tribe.
It's psychological. There's warfare that you're playing with somebody else's mind, their heart, their soul, their spirit. It's the manipulation that you're trying to.
Yeah, but you have to trust somebody. But I went the furthest when I had a true trusting group that I could trust. Like, that's how I got to third.
When Jeff was here, he tells us everybody is changed by the game once they go through it. True?
Yes.
Absolutely.
For the better?
Absolutely.
Look at
No, it absolutely
I love
is. You definitely learn more.
Will you
from
keep
your
watching?
losses than
Will you guys keep watching the show?
Yeah, I'm a fan, so I'm excited to see the rest.
That's why we love the show. And we love y'all, too. Thank you so much.